Jerson. God, is that you? No, I'm your intrusive thoughts. I know what you're thinking at all times. Really? What am I thinking right now? You're thinking about how cool it is that you're shooting a whole video while in your left pocket you're holding a black pen and in your right pocket you have your USB drive. But no one would know that besides me. Wow, you're actually legit. Hey, you know it'd be real crazy right now? If you entertain the folks on camera about your browser history, the one you're currently thinking about. You know, the one with the girl doing the thing. Alright, get the hell out of here. Hey, what's up? Okay, can I be honest with y'all for just a moment? For years, I've underestimated the whole Florida man thing. It's crazy because I've always seen ridiculous articles about Florida man did XYZ, but it hasn't been until I really started doing these article reviews that I realized how random this Florida man situation really gets. I myself, as a Floridian man, find it very hilarious that I walk amongst people that think so out of the box. You know what? Come to think of it, it might just be the reason why I'm trying to find so much logic and understanding when I read a fascinating Florida man story while in Florida of a Florida man doing quality Florida man shit. Now, in the tradition of me asking you all what the fuck is going on, we find ourselves in a new head scratching situation about a man who is accused of stealing a Tesla truck while taking it out for a test drive. Accused, people. That's right. I'm not here to create any claims outside of what's written on the affidavit, but human to human, as I continue along with the story, you decide what taking a car out for a test drive looks like in your opinion. Provide some context. Very well, I shall. So on March 26, 2025, this dude goes into a dealership and has his eyes set on a Tesla Cyberbeast truck. Cool. I don't know how anybody could like these huge ass trapezoids, but I'm not here to judge. Your car can be whatever shape makes you happy. So he goes through the whole signing process. The agreements are, you get 30 minutes to test drive this Cybertruck. Afterwards, you have to return it back to the dealership. Do these instructions sound complicated to you? Maybe I'm moving too fast. I could slow it the fuck down. Because the gentleman in this article was given the same instructions, yet somehow he must have believed he was buying the car with nothing but a signature, because apparently that's how buying a car works. All right, guys, I need you to keep up. So after receiving the keys, our fearsome hero drives off in the Tesla. But then he never comes back. They tried contacting his phone number that he left him at the dealership, but for some reason, the phone was disconnected. Damn connection, what a time to be malfunctioning. Or better yet, he just gave them a phone number that was clearly disconnected to begin with. Yeah, I'm going with the latter of those two options. You're doing good, keep going. Shout out to my hype man. March 31st, 2025, 5 days later, the dealership decides to use geolocation to track the vehicle. Now, I know we're talking about a Florida man doing regular Florida man shit. I mean, this stuff is usually up my alley. Get this, yesterday I put my gloves where my shoes go and my shoes where my gloves go. So nothing new there. But why did it take them 5 whole days to decide to track the vehicle? For a truck that roughly costs about $100,000, wouldn't it be in your best interest to kind of like get that shit back as soon as possible? You know, like maybe use the whole geo-tracking location thing 5 days earlier, maybe? I mean, what do I know? I'm just a guy talking to a camera. I couldn't possibly understand the efficiency when it comes to retrieving a $100,000 asset. After successfully locating the vehicle, they let the officers know that they found our main character hopping out of the Cybertruck and into a Home Depot. According to the affidavit, one of the dealership salesmen got video of him while he was in the parking lot so they could share with the police department before recovering the Cybertruck. Imagine you're inside of a Home Depot and you got a stolen car outside, right? Well, maybe you're not stealing cars. Then again, you are. Okay, so for the purposes of this example, you just stole a Tesla Cybertruck because you're a badass hardened criminal and your name is Van X and you take no shit from the law. The dealership salesman found the car outside of the Home Depot you just walked into and took it away from you, so they practically left you stranded. It's pretty much what they did to this guy if they actually swept it from under him exactly as it's mentioned in the article. Forget this, guys. I just left the Home Depot and I come out here looking for my Tesla and I can't find it. I could have sworn it was right here, but now it's gone. The nerve of you to think someone stole your stolen Tesla. Funny enough, when they took their vehicle from him, he was pretty much in the clear. All they wanted was their vehicle back. They didn't even get him arrested or nothing. They just left him stranded at the Home Depot. Psst. Now, I'd like to say that this is where the story ends, but you want to talk about some real Florida man shit? This is where we double, no, quadruple the fuck down, okay? Because it wouldn't be a true Florida man story if the shrooms didn't kick in yet. On April 1st, 2025, the very next day after they've taken the truck from our faithful hero, he returns back to the Tesla dealership to grab his belongings that he left in the truck that he's been joyriding for 5 whole days. Now, unbeknownst to him, when he got there was a Hillsborough County officer on the scene, and it was in the line of questioning that they found out his intentions for being there. They went ahead and did a search, and on him, they found 5 different credit cards belonging to 5 different individuals on him. Damn, bro, you're scamming too? I mean, the officers just got them a twofer. They got a grand theft and a fraud case all in one. Dexter Smithens was charged with a first-degree felony of grand theft of more than $100,000 and unlawful possession of personal identification. I mean, look, I'll never understand what makes certain people do what they do, okay? These are just bad decisions of impulse thinking. Or maybe it's some kind of Florida man curse. I'll never understand the reasoning behind a 30-minute test drive turning into 5 days of keeping a Cybertruck. At this point, I wonder if I should do the same. Borrow whatever the hell I want for as long as I want. Hey there. I'd like to buy this tablet, but before I buy it, is it possible if I could test it out? Sure thing, go ahead. Thanks. Yeah, I decided I'm not gonna go with this purchase. You weren't supposed to leave the store. It's been 3 months. Yeah, but I borrowed it. So what's your deal? Anyways, I've been inspired by this ridiculous story. I'm gonna head over to the dealership right now and ask to test drive a McLaren. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to test drive for keep it forever.